Well, Stephanie Jenkins has now decided that she's going to start trying to get up earlier in the day and to stay on a routine. So on FB, she also posted on TikTok, but I want to talk especially about it on FB. It was a 3-minute video. She posted the whole 3-minute video, and then she did the same thing as she did last time. She then posted this 3-minute video in 7 parts. And I suspect that she's doing this because she's hoping people won't see that the whole video and that they'll watch each part. And that's, instead of getting 1 view, watching the whole video, she could get 7 views by watching each part of the video. She thinks she's slick. But anyways, she made this video, and this was day 1 of her starting this new routine, getting up early, okay? She made it at 6. She made a schedule from 6 till, I got my notes here. Like always, me in my notes. I love my notes. It was 6 to 11 a.m. she made this schedule for, okay? Now, the first thing is she gets up and she's stretching. Now, she's got on these shorts that are so baggy in the legs that when she's lifting her legs up in the air stretching, she has to cover it up so we don't see her coochie. Come on now, Stephanie. Have a little class. I mean, she knew she was going to be stretching for this video. It would have took her 2 seconds to throw a different pair of shorts on that were tight in the legs or a pair of pants. But no, she found it easier just to do this and look all crazy doing these stretches, no less, and then put a heart sticker over it, no less. Wow. That's all I said about that was, wow. So her schedule said, okay, she said the first thing on her schedule was stretching. Then she goes to her skin and oral care, change, and I assume that also includes her showering, start breakfast, then her immunity shot, then time with Jesus, then her squats and push-ups, finish breakfast, and then she has addressed the kids' needs. Next, we have engagement. She said no more than 40 minutes. That's her time to catch up on engagement. Now, the next thing on her schedule blew me. She said, Babe's massage. Please tell me that was supposed to be baby's massage or something. Babe's massage. Are you serious? Like I said, I'm just hoping that's supposed to say babies, but it said Babe's massage. But you know what? I wouldn't doubt it. She's probably massaging his feet and everything. Oof. I would not doubt it. And then after that, she has her second round of squats and push-ups. And she says she has to be flexible because the needs of the kids can change at any time. So like I said, she got up, she's doing these stretching. Then she shows us she gets in the shower. She comes out of the shower. And she just thinks she's this pop star, just singing and carrying on. I mean, you don't hear nothing. She thought she was cute. Let me tell you, she thought she was so cute. Then we see her doing her whole teeth brushing ritual. She's got some fancy water pick and this mouthwash, and it's this whole fancy ordeal. And then she goes out and she's starting to make the breakfast. And she's studying apparently Exodus 32 in the Bible. And she puts on the screen that, she's been reading a chapter a day, and she's been getting so much out of this. Then she does this immunity shot she's talking about. Okay, I see her, she's cutting up some ginger, some onion, some oranges, and I don't even know what else. But she's chewing these things up, pops the ginger in her mouth, the onion, the orange, and she puts on screen that it's hard for her managing her over salivation issues, and she may have to blend this next time. Since when has Stephanie Jenkins had over salivation issues? This is the first time we've heard about anything like this. But I mean, I guess I'd be salivating too if I was trying to chew up a raw onion and some raw ginger, and ugh. That's her immunity shot. See, again, all the health stuff, but then, what was it, last week or the week before, we're talking about it's okay for the kids to have the junk again. See what I mean? She can't make up her mind who she wants to be and what she wants to be. Now, here is the kicker. she puts this post on the FB, right? And this had me feeling some kind of way. She says, at the risk of receiving endless hate for even mentioning this, oh, and she got some hate in the comments, let me tell you. She says, I would love recommendations anyone has for learning ASL, American Sign Language. I only know basics and a few signs that are relevant to my son's daily activities. Please let me know what's worked best for you. Anything from posters, apps, favorite YouTube channels, or content creators you recommend would be extra helpful if it's interactive learning style. Both myself and my son retain better with interactive teaching methods. Thank you in advance, not in advance, in advanced for any feedback. I hope everyone is enjoying their summer so far. So, let me get this straight. Instead of taking Atlas to a doctor, so the doctor can properly diagnose him, as far as we know, this child has not been diagnosed autistic or anything else at this point. She has self-diagnosed him. So instead of taking this child, a 3-year-old nonverbal child, he's not even potty trained either. This child could be in Head Start by now, preschool. You could start, well, I don't know. Let me know. When my kids were little, you could put them in preschool at 3 years old. And it was great for them because they learned so much. But instead of taking this kid to the doctor to get a proper diagnosis and to see what kind of therapy, maybe speech therapy or whatever kind of therapy that they would recommend for this boy, Stephanie just says, I'm just going to teach him sign language. We're not going to worry about getting him to talk. We're just going to teach him sign language. Apparently she knows better than any doctors because for whatever reason, she refuses to take Atlas to the doctor. And I do recall some time back when people were telling her about getting Atlas into some therapy. She said, now this is not, I'm summing up what she said. She said that she didn't want to put him like in any speech therapy or anything because she didn't want to push him before he was ready, and he'll let her know when he's ready. The little boy can't speak. How is he going to let her know when he's ready? What kind of a mother sees their 3-year-old child that's nonverbal and, acts differently than other children? I mean, the way you see the poor boy, he's so hyperactive, constantly bouncing. Okay? What kind of mother sees these problems in their child and isn't at the doctor's office demanding answers? Had that been me, I would be in there demanding answers from that. What is wrong with my child? Help my child. Not Stephanie. She just kicks back. Let's teach him sign language. Why, yes, that may help. But what's wrong with, taking him to the doctor and getting a doctor, somebody that specializes in this? If he is autistic, then, we can get him into the doctors that he needs. Set this boy up for success in life. But no, we're just going to teach him sign language. The neglect towards Atlas is ridiculous. I mean, I've been talking, look at that boy's hair. That poor little boy's hair, it looks like she hasn't taken a comb through that hair in months. His hair looks so dry and brittle. She hasn't put any kind of oil in that boy's hair, nothing. And it's okay to not know how to take care of his hair texture. That's okay. Ask Drew. He's lived with his hair for 30-some years, so he knows how to take care of that texture hair. But let me know what you think. Do you think Stephanie's going to stick with her new routine? I don't. And what do you think about this sign language for Atlas? I mean, am I overreacting? I mean, I know I'm being petty. I know they ain't going to tell me that, but don't you think he should go to the doctor? Let me know your thoughts.